Hello everyone, I decided to make a quick video of installation of ECUMASTER DET3. I installed it in this BMW E34. It's 1.8 petrol, and we are using turbo kit. Well, it's a kind of cheap turbo. We are using the turbo manifold from diesel E36 1.8 diesel TDS. It's a 4-cylinder diesel. We made some adjustments to the manifold so we can fit it on the petrol engine, and we are using 2.5 TDS turbo. We are boosting 0.5 bars of boost, and the whole project of this E34 costs around €50 without the DET3. Let's go, I'll show you how it's done. It's getaway of turboing the car. So we are using, I don't think that you can see, a turbo from 2.5 TDS. We made this ghetto piping, and also we are using a intercooler from 2.5 TDS. So it goes like in the stock place under the radiator, goes all the way there, then into manifold, and then we are taking this. We are taking pressure from manifold from here to that was originally connected to fuel regulator, but we are not using that, and we have always constant 3 bars of fuel pressure. Also using the fuel injectors from M60 B40 from V8 4 liter. We got the DET3 from ECUMASTER. I'm using it as a fuel implant mode. So this is the original injector wires from the ECU. They're cut. So this, let's say, piggyback is controlling the fuel injectors on this car. So yeah, so we deleted the map sensor, and we are using map from this little piggyback, and it's quite powerful one. So we disconnected the engine vent pipe because it was blowing boost into the engine. Also, we also are not using the idle control either. We got the cable, the throttle body opened a bit. So yeah, what else? And everything else looks pretty stock. I mapped this car with wideband. So remember, we are not using idle control valve. So yeah, but the car starts and idles nicely. Okay, so I'm using this digital tuner as the full implant mode. So this is my VE table. It's almost maxed out on the fuel injectors. And also I'm not using the intake air temperature sensor, and this makes a bit problematic because when the air gets hot in the intercooler, the mixture richens. So okay, I'm on ignition. I'm using when the boost kicks in. At the lower RPMs I'm using -3 degrees, at higher -6 from the stock ignition timing that the ECU controls, because the stock ECU is making the sparks go bang. So okay, so basically ignition, on ignition you cannot do like a lot of it without the dyno, because you cannot see the improvement of the car. So this is how the fuel table looks like. Yeah, it revs nice and it doesn't do any bubbling or anything else. So for sensors I'm using coolant sensor, map sensor. This is the integrated into the digital ECU tuner. And TPS, I'm using the signal from the stock TPS, calibrated. And so okay, on the injectors they're 219, the opening time is 1.5, the correction is 0.75, and on injection mode I'm using batch fire output for both outputs, so there is less stress on this piggyback, so I'm firing like 2 injectors from 1 output. On general setup, it's speed density because we are using map sensor. This is the values for the map sensor, RPM limit, fuel cut, TPS. I'm using open throttle body, so it's at 14% open, and when you get off the gas when you're cruising, you had to make like a bit higher on this value, because when you release the gas, the TPS is still open and it will do the popping sound and pop from the exhaust. But if you like it, you can leave it. But ignition configuration, so this is 60-2 on the crank pulley, so this is the original one. VR sensor, original one, maximum RPM 6.5, maximum retard, maximum advance, it's stock. And here, analog output. On this thing, you need to trick your original ECU that is in a car that you're still using the map sensor, so connect the map sensor on this output, so it gives some signals to the ECU. I don't think that you're able to see, but okay, you get the idea. So you need to trick the stock ECU. That's the old map is still connected. Scales configuration, yeah, we are not using that. Launch control not using, and basically this is cranking just to start up the car. After the car starts, it starts using after start enrichment. It's basically and this is the warm-up table, and it decreases over time when it's started. So it's basically not that hard to do it yourself. I'll drop the picture of wiring here. Okay, let's shoot it down. And about the performance of the car, it runs great, it cruises great, it doesn't like jerk or anything, but there is problem here. The standard clutch is not holding up with the power, so it was fine when it was stock, and it was fine when it was boosting 0.4 bars, but when we did the mapping with the wideband, it doesn't hold. Like on the first gear it holds, in second, third, fourth, and fifth it's not holding. Okay, so the clutch is slipping and you're not able to go. Also, this car is using liquid propane gas. This is the injectors for this system. You can cruise on this setup, no problem, but once you try to go faster, you accelerate more, it kicks out because the injectors are fully open and they're not delivering enough gas to this setup, so it's not feeding enough horse. So yeah, I'm thinking I'll make another video of this car pulls, how it pulls on the street when the clutch is fixed, because now it's like impossible to go because it slips always the clutch. So yeah, if anyone wants more detail of this cheap setup, yeah, post your comments and about this installation of the DET3 of this ECUMASTER piggyback. This is a really nice thing that they're making for this low price. it works well, except this slipping clutch. And yeah, see you on the next video when we try to go it on the road.